but I keep it. It's more than what they ever played up. Living by pussy in the. One West World. First everybody. Bitch, this is more than what they ever played up. Living by pussy in the gas. Born in 91, pumping 93. Winter, Chevy pill like a nectarine. But I keep it. It's more than what they ever played up. Living by pussy in the gas. Born in 91, pumping 93. Winter, Chevy pill like a nectarine. But I keep it clean. Man, I'm too for real. Comfortable with myself with this fraud. Man, I'm too lit. Tell my side, but not too cool. Get home. Keep it. Living by pussy in the gas. Born in 91, pumping 93. Winter, Chevy pill like a nectarine. But I keep it. It's more than what they ever played up. Living by pussy in the gas. Born in 91, pumping 93. Winter, Chevy pill like a nectarine. But I keep it clean. Man, I'm too for real. Comfortable with myself with this fraud. Man, I'm too legit. Off the thermostat, can't hold me back. Trying to check my check. I had my way, run my plate, really busy. Really in the field. Checking it, check me out when in doubt. I'm gonna make my bread. Never lose niggas. Food is a feast. Just know we all gon' eat. Niggas slick on my shit, pop my shit. My bro said this shit greasy. She don't like the message. I get wisdom. I'm just rude as species. Tell my side, but not too much. They feel me. I know talk is cheap. I'm controlling it from a distance. This how it's supposed to be. Give her what she never had. Now she can't get over me. I understand they don't want a man. They just want company. Shorty know I'm all about my gravy. Trying to smother me. Live from under me. I ain't had no silver spoon. This shit come from underneath. I play for keeps. I don't see nobody. This shit tunnel beat. I play for keeps. I don't see nobody. This shit tunnel beat. This is more than what they ever played up. Living by pussy in the gas. Born in 91, pumping 93. Winter, Chevy pill like a nectarine. But I keep it. It's more than what they ever played up. Living by pussy in the gas. Born in 91, pumping 93. Winter, Chevy pill like a nectarine. But I keep it clean, dog.
Ooh, 27 Club.
All right, gang, let's really nail it this time. Here we go. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hellstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this UP cat nothing, we on fellowship. Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hellstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this UP cat nothing, we on fellowship. Florida Lee on my top, this a Saints hat. This the third Kempy been in, he a J-Cat. Nigga tryna steal the sauce, yeah, I hate that. But I ain't make the rules, I can't change that. New bottle, new wine, yeah, I can't crack. Look, flag on the play, they grabbing face masks. Niggas always saving hoes where your cape at. The only killer that you know without no face tag. Hell yeah, my bitch bad, Proverbs 31. Yeah, this is not a drill, I be 30'd up. Yeah, he about to crack the sky, you better hurry up. It's all bad when you see us hang that jersey up. It's mad brick, I got the blick with my cover on. He a fed, he a op, got his cover blown. Look, I'm really outside without no skilly on. It's One West, bitch, I'm on with my brothers on. He got ranked, then he left, he broke another oath. I got the plate, we about to take another zone. They was sleeping on the team, now they comatose. Left his brother out to dry, I guess he wanna fall. Put the oil on his head, that's another soul. I try to tell him we a pro, don't do this shit at home. She unhappy, left her man, she a 304. He try to justify that shit, he broke the penal code. Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hellstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this UP cat nothing, we on fellowship. Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hellstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this UP cat nothing, we on fellowship. Gotta watch these niggas, they be cointel. LeBron ain't never killed nobody, but I know he will. It's on me, yeah, where I go, yeah, that's the holy seal. My niggas itching when it's up, you better not touch a chair. Ooh, I'm with that extra, that's off the back. He ain't loyal to his brothers, how you follow that? She either working with her hands or she off her bag. Bro, bitches, yeah, they done that give me a heart attack. You see the banner, but my head, I'm a part of that. These niggas cowards, pussies, we don't want no parts in that. They let our warrior out of prison, he ain't going back. And don't be speaking on the truth, cause we with all of that. Look, before they started dissing, they was fans first. You will never catch me digging in no man purse. Really put my brick in, that's why my hands hurt. And don't be speaking bullshit, that make my head hurt. Look, I done burn my fingers from the Michael Drake. For the brotherhood, I done threw my life away. I never see them, tell them come out from their hiding place. We can't do it, we told them we gon' find a way. They'd rather march 1,000 deep, we rather feed the people. They wouldn't put on all black, now he reading Hebrew. UPK the standard if you speak on Hebrew. Don't think they solid, get with them niggas just gon' leave me. Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hellstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this UPK ain't nothing, we on fellowship. Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hellstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this UPK ain't nothing, we on fellowship.
Man, these niggas talk hard like this, act like they up to switch whole time, man, they won't even diss. DNA check, found that you make it look easy. Yo, I did my earnest through the furnace. They lifting all my burdens, pay tithes on all my earnings. I hate fake Jews like Germans. Got a bad bitch that's fertile. Keep her wetter than a squirtle. War scars and golden girdles. Get that shit poppin' like colonels, nigga. Cause I'm running with the generals. Out here in these streets, I be talking shit in general. But if the truth hurts, nigga, wear that bitch. Crib niggas out here and they mad I'm rich. I got 4 wives, nigga, better than a bitch. And they all wanna share that dick. I'ma probably get checked for that shit, but I just wear the crown and what comes with it. I go rip retarded, I go dumb with it. Man, this rap shit, I thought that you was done with it. Man, I just pop up and have fun with it. So who want it? If you want it, you could come get it. And if you stepping up, then you better come with it. Cause I've been about that action. God raised me a captain at the foot of the Baptist. And you know I get active, niggas know I get active. In my father's house, I'm trying to find me a mansion. Flip my pennies, domain expansion. Miami kick them out if these niggas is lacking in sincerity and that true zeal and passion. Better check it in my city before I catch you slacking. Better run me that cover before I let you back. And it's the home of the truth, that's the end of the cap. And it's the end of the world, new beginning, it's happening.
Man, it's gonna save all them tapes right there. Yo. And then the reading right here is, she asked if I'm a prophet. I said absolutely. 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 And when I walk through the door, bitch, you best salute me. Best salute me. Absolutely. She asked if I'm a prophet. I said absolutely. 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 And when I walk through the door, bitch, you best salute me. Best salute me. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Bible in my right and a chopper in my other hand. Came a long way, used a bagger with the cellophane. Right or wrong, know that I'm rocking, that's my brother, man. Touch mine, bet that I'm spinning like a cellophane. 10 years, lost a lot of dogs, yeah, I shed tears in the valley. Yeah, I smell death, I don't have fear. Iron-hearted, can't be no coward that won't pass here. Complete the mission, come and pay a visit for your last ear. yeah, I'm tooled up. Make a move on us, we tune you up. Absolutely, man, we know you coochie, you ain't fooling us. In the cut with them bad bitches, they tryna cool with us. Shorty wanna kill the kids, damn, that pussy dead as fuck.
She asked if I'm a prophet. I said absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And when I walk through the door, bitch, you best salute me, best salute me, absolutely. She asked if I'm a prophet. I said absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And when I walk through the door, bitch, you best salute me. Best salute me, absolutely, absolutely.
I want war, you lukewarm, you unsure, you gassed up. Like ugly hoes with the cakes out. I was crashing out, but I changed routes. And I'm really living with my name out. It's a brotherhood, not a hangout. For the blood of my brothers, the same crib. We put in the work and it paid out. Better keep your space, got that iron with me. If I really want him, let the Lord get him. It's a One West, name a better movie. Do I feel him, that nigga? Yeah, absolutely. Got a car with him, he gon' spot you, then get you. You don't speak about it, it's not an issue. It's One West world, got a ring to it. I married a Jew, put a ring to it.
She asked if I'm a prophet. I said absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And when I walk through the door, bitch, you best salute me, best salute me, absolutely. She asked if I'm a prophet. I said absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And when I walk through the door, bitch, you best salute me, best salute me, absolutely, absolutely.
One West world. First everybody. Bitch, this is more than what they ever played up. Living by, put me in a gas up. Born in 91, pumping 90. Winter, Chevy pill, like a nectarine. But I keep it. It's more than what they ever played up. Living by, put me in a gas up. Born in 91, pumping 90. Winter, Chevy pill, like a nectarine. But I keep it clean. Man, I'm too for real. Comfortable with myself with this fraud. Man, I'm too legit. Off the thermostat, can't hold me back. Trying to check my check. I had my weight, run my plate, really busy. Really in the field. Taking it, check me out when in doubt. I'm gonna make my bread. Never lose niggas. Food is a feast. Just know we all gon' eat. Niggas slick on my shit, pop my shit. My bro said this shit greasy. She don't like the message. I kick wisdom. I'm just rude as pieces. Tell my time, but not too much. They feel me. I know talk is cheap. I'm controlling it from a distance. This how it's supposed to be. Give her what she never had. Now she can't get over me. I understand they don't want a man, they just want company. Shorty know I'm all about my gravy, trying to smother me. Get from under me. I ain't had no silver spoon. This shit come from underneath. I play for keeps. I don't see nobody. This shit tunnel V. I play for keeps. I don't see nobody. This shit tunnel V. This is more than what they ever played up. Living by, put me in a gas up. Born in 91, pumping 90. Winter, Chevy pill, like a nectarine. But I keep it. It's more than what they ever played up. Living by, put me in a gas up. Born in 91, pumping 90. Winter, Chevy pill, like a nectarine. But I keep it clean though.
Shalom, Israel. It's the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. We've been established and teaching the truth since 1969 under Commanding General Yohana. I'm Priest Officer Derek Gildy. And this is the Monday night history class. All right. So I know I titled the class about how long should Israel keep the law. It's more of a clickbait, to give people a cliffhanger rather. So to show the question or to pose the question to show Israel that we've been struggling to keep the law back then. What does it mean, and how should you keep the law today? A lot of times, especially with Christianity on the uprising, we tend to, or they tend to confuse the law. They tend to add confusion to the sword, or to the Bible rather, and people look at it as it's hypocritical. So instead of them blaming the individual, they blame the whole record, which would be that Bible, or they would call a book. So I'm going to go into a few scriptures to show that we actually, how do you keep the law and how do you be just? Well, I will be going over about what it means to be just and what it means to be justified. All right. So, as usual, if y'all got any questions, just type your questions in the chat and I'll answer your questions. And we're going to go into just a few scriptures. I won't keep y'all too long today. I'm working on some more things as far as with history. I think I'm going to bring back some of the tribes chart, the 12 tribes chart. I'm going to be going over the history of each signet. That's one of them. We're going to start focusing on the history of each signet. I'm going to get this PowerPoint ready. And I know it's been about almost half a year, maybe a little longer. I still know, I told Carl, I still do the breakdown of Daniel's vision. All right, so a few things I got to finish up and finish working on, but I promise I'm going to get to it. And I'm going to have a full, complete breakdown. I'm going to have some scriptures and more pictures. The main thing is I like, they're saying, words can mean so many things, but like a picture can mean 1,000 words. I'm paraphrasing, of course. So I would like to have like these pictures. So a lot of times just to get people to visualize what I'm saying. So even today, I did the best I could to find some of these pictures. I might have to have someone draw it, or maybe get a better AI to type in the description of what I'm trying to say. I have something just so you can get an idea of the metaphors that I'm about to bring out in these scriptures. All right. So that's what I'm gonna get into. Yeah, if y'all could, for those who's watching, just type in your comment section real quick. How long should how long should we keep the law? It's not a rhetorical question. Based on us breaking the law, it's not necessarily right and wrong per se. From your perspective, from your POV, I just want to hear like everyone's like perspective on it. Okay, Carl ID said forever. Okay. But not a but. So we should keep the law forever. Then a question, let me rephrase it. Then why haven't we been keeping the law? If our pastors is telling our people that the law was done away with and we don't have to keep the law, then why do we still hold this book? Why do we still hold on to some remnant of some records of this book? Because there was a point in time when we just kept on messing up, and the Lord said, "You're no longer my people." All right. So Nicole D said, most people don't keep the law because they still believe in those Christian pastors' teachings and sayings. Colin, you are absolutely correct in that. Here's the thing about keeping the law, right? And how you can be closer to the Most High. You could keep, if you stop, okay, let me just deal with not keeping the law. The reason why people don't keep the law today is because there is no Levitical priesthood to enforce the law. Now, here's the question people got to answer and ask themselves. If there was a Levitical priesthood, would you keep the law today? Because there's laws in the land that we don't follow today. Let me say I'm gonna say myself, and I can speak for Barack. I know this for sure. There's a law that says, let's say the speed limit. Say you're driving, right? Speed limit says it's on. Let's say you're on the highway. It says it's 55, right? Well, depending on where you're going or how fast you got to get there, no one's touching that 50 or 55. You're going to be hitting 70. You're going to be hitting 65. Now, did you break the law? I, myself, and another brother? Yes, come. Were we afraid of breaking that law? Is the question. For those of you who do not, let me use driving, using the speeding or whatever as my analogy. For those of you who speed, or for those of you who don't wear your seatbelt when you're driving, are you afraid of the punishment if the law catch you? Because I'll just keep a buck with you. When I speed, I know I wasn't afraid. I knew for a fact the speed limit says 70 and I'm doing 80. I knew for a fact it said 55 and you might have did 60. Okay. She said yes. Okay. Now, let me ask you this real quick if you don't mind, sis. If there was no if there was no police brutality of us being unalived by the police officers, would you still be afraid if you got a police ticket? Like if us getting pulled over and them not unaliving us, would you still be afraid of getting that police ticket? If you could. I do know that is that one element of the law catching you, and there's a risk of you losing your life because he is a vicious dog. But the point I'm bringing out is there's a reason why some people don't keep certain laws, because they're not afraid of the punishment. And the punishment does not make them keep that law. If I'm making any sense. So if there was no police brutality. So with that being said, she's basically saying that if it had not been for police brutality, her getting pulled over for speeding, she would not be afraid. She would just take the ticket. You got caught speeding, slap on the wrist, go down to court if you have to, pay your fine, and that'd be it. With that being said, that's the equivalent to the man or the woman who were wealthy and they had a bunch of bulls, they had a bunch of sheep, they had a bunch of goats. They were not afraid of the law. They'll just, okay, well, I'll just sacrifice this. The equivalent to that today is we'll just pay their fine. She said, but I learned a lesson due to those tickets. Now, it's important that you said that, and that's key what I want to bring out. She learned her lesson because she got tired of paying these tickets. She might have got tired of getting your license suspended. She might have got tired of the risk that can occur from speeding in certain speed zones. All right, so the reason why I'm bringing this up is to show that when you have the law, is to show us how to be guided to a certain area, right? To be guided there, right? But the law does not stop you. I mean, the punishment does not stop you. It's you wanting to be the punishment you want to be just, and that punishment will justify you by making you stop doing it. I mean, like you got that punishment and you no longer liked it, so therefore you might change. So therefore, of course, I'm gonna bring out some scripture about being justified. But that's my point. This is the whole topic of the class is about when the law is active, and the punishments are here. Why is it that they then keep the law, and why is it that we can't keep certain laws today? And how to start keeping that law, how to be a just man and just woman, and how to be justified as a man and a woman as it pertains to the laws of God, and as we keep these laws of the land. So that way we can stay out of their hair, because these filthy, bloodthirsty hounds is definitely looking for a reason to come do harm. So of course I'm gonna bring out some scriptures. So we're gonna talk about who has these laws and Salakia. There we go. There's Salakia. I'm gonna get back to it. All right, so this is the book of Psalms, chapter 103, verse 20. Bless the Lord, ye his angels, that excel in strength, that do his commandments, hearkening unto his voice of his words. So when it says these angels, who these angels are? Who are the angels? Hearkening unto the voice of his word. I wonder, who are these angels? Bless the Lord, ye his angels. I'll give y'all just a few moments, because I'll tell y'all in just a second who these angels are. Get up some more scriptures. All right, so these angels, when you read this in the which would be Hebrew, all right, the word be like Elohim. And based on the context, it has different definitions, whether it might be power, it might be authority or messenger or even angel. And the context of this is talking about because at one point we was called angels. This is Prince of the Power, rather, Israel. That's what it means, Prince of the Power. Angels, it's talking about excelling his strength to keep his commandments. Let me just pull up a quick precept real quick and go to Romans 8 and 14. We're going to go to Romans 8 and 14 just to show y'all who this power is. This is the book of Romans chapter 8, verse 14. For as many are led by the Spirit of the Most High, of God, they are the sons of God. You know, a lot more, like I said, when you take out those words, it means power. So we always been called by like the sons of God. And now we're going to be talking about like the Spirit, about you, how you move, like what keeps you intact, what keeps you staying upright, what governs you and what guides you. All right, let me just slack it for jumping around. I got to jump into one more scripture, and I'm gonna come back to Romans. I need to go to Jude first. Salakia. Oh shucks. Man, I need to get on some damn man. Jude 1 and 6. Salaki, that's what I need. I need should have went here first. Salaki about that, Israel. All right, so this is the book of Jude, chapter 1, verse 6. Let me make sure y'all can see this good. All right, come. Y'all can see it good. Jude, the book of Jude, chapter 1, verse 6. And the angels which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, he have reserved in everlasting chains under darkness unto judgment of the great day. Now, what does this mean? So we have left our own habitation. What does that mean for the angels for the angels which have not kept their first estate, but left their own habitation? Did anybody want to take a crack at that? What angel left their own habitation? Because I tell you what they will say, Christians will have you thinking, this is the God, this is the angels that got kicked out of heaven. Constance, I see you checking in. So what would be, who is the angel that left their own habitation? What that mean? I kind of already just gave it away. It says that for the angels which have not kept their first estate. What's the first estate? That's the first question. But left their own habitation. What's the habitation? He hath reserved in everlasting chains under darkness unto judgment of the great day. I know that's a lot in there. Oh, how smart I thought about you, how shots. I like it, sis. And how smart I thought about you, how shot to you too. No call ID. So what is that? So that's why I wanted to. That's why I kind of did it backwards. I should have brought this scripture out first versus showing y'all the angels. But for the angels who have not kept their first estate, that's talking about in the land of the Garden of Eden. Who was in power? Who did the Lord choose? Who did the Lord raise up? for us to not keep our estate in the land in the Garden of Eden, but left their own habitation. And also, when talking about habitation, like our chosen land, which would be Israel, that's our own habitation. He have reserved in everlasting chains under darkness. So, what does it mean to be chained up in darkness? Now, what does it mean to be in the dark? To not just think of it as a metaphor, and also to think of it like literal, but trying to like think of it literally, but trying to move around in life. If you're in the dark, that means you don't know, or you can't see, or things is going to be difficult. Things are going to be hard because you have no guidance. So think of it like literal, and then add it. It's going to be metaphorical, of course, but use it literal to apply to your everyday life. Could you imagine you trying to go to your slavery in complete darkness? How would you get there? How would you know if you work on at a warehouse? How would you know what lever to pull? You have to feel for things. How would you know if the item or the box that you got that's supposed to go on conveyor belt 2, but you put on conveyor belt 3? Or how could you read the box and know where it's supposed to get shipped to? Or if you got like another slavery and you're a nurse or something, how would you know which vein to put that to stick for to put the IV in if you can't see? Would you just feel it for veins now? How would you know you got the right one, the right size needle? You couldn't read anything. So in life, we left these laws, statutes, commandments. We were in complete darkness, and we was chained to it. Meaning, like, what would chains do? It will hold you there. It will restrict you. So if you're in the dark, already you can't hardly see. You have to feel around. But if you add change to it, you'll be restricted. Your movement will be restricted. And who is in darkness today? The children of Israel. We are in darkness today. We are the ones who are restricted. We are the ones who don't know anything. We are the ones who we are the ones that have to be told what we have to do. You will have to learn it. Yet, you can try to learn, like, listen, let me tell y'all something. Just sidebar, which I'm sure some of y'all may have experienced this. I don't think I'm the only one. I think a lot of people experience this. You know, sometimes you be at home in the bed, and you get up. You know, you might want to get some drink or something, and you don't want to turn the lights on because either you don't want to wake up your husband or your wife, or you're not trying to wake up the kids. So you just start walking around the house in complete darkness, and then you make your way to the kitchen, and you've been in your kitchen 1,000 times. You know there's a sink, you know there's a cabinet, you know there are corners, you know there's going to be a refrigerator, and for some reason you still hit your damn leg on the corner of that cabinet. You knew it was there, but how did you manage to still bump your leg into that cabinet and hurt yourself? And then you yell out like, "Ah, snap," and then you wake up everybody in the house. Or you hit your toe on the corner of that on the corner of something in complete darkness. You know it's there. When you are in complete darkness, what is something that you need to get out of complete darkness? Because we're there now. In Israel, we are there right now. We are in that complete darkness right now. Because you're right, Aurora. It is us. We are in that darkness. Now, what is the light? Okay, you do need a light. Okay. Who is the light? If you could, who is the light? Or what is the light? Because while she's typing her answer, I continue to speak. So I give you I'm gonna start speaking. It's gonna kind of give it away, but I think you're in the right spirit. You're gonna get it anyways. What type of behavior or lifestyle is in the dark? And how do you become closer to that light? I give an example. If you was to realize that the Bible gave you a dietary law, it gave you a behavior law, it gave you a procreation law. When I say procreation, I'm just talking about your significant other. I'm talking about what race they are, ethnicity wise. You understand? I ain't mean say significant other. Usually we say that because it's a general term to your husband, to your wife. All right. So if you was, let's see, getting closer to the Most High and following the laws, God, that's getting to the light. And it's good you said getting closer, because we know we're inside of a hellhole, of a dark pit of something that keeps us down in the darkness and not give us and not showing us how to live. It don't show us how we can conduct ourselves. It doesn't show us where we're going and what we're doing. Like if you take America today, America is a dark pit, which is kind of like this. If you look at it, to so-called the white man, woman, and child. All right, they are the if you have the spirit of being in complete opposite of our oppressor, then you will be closer to the Most High. What I mean by that, our oppressor will tell you that pig's flesh is the other white meat. If you stop eating pork, you'll be closer to the Most High. Our oppressor tells you that shrimp, crab, and lobster is a delicacy. If you stop eating shrimp, crab, and lobster, you'll be closer to the Most High. Our oppressor tells you it's okay to be an alternative lifestyle. If you stop being J, you'll be closer to the Most High. Our oppressor tells us, it's not breaking the law, of course, but our oppressor tells us to read from left to right. But in our culture, where we read from right to left. Like if you do the exact opposite of the oppressor, you'll be closer to the Most High. Because he don't care about the laws of God. He don't care about what it means to keep these records. So if you want to be close to the Most High, do the opposite of what our oppressor does and what he pushes or what he promotes. You understand? So yes, getting closer to the Most High and following his laws is the light. Christ says, I am the light, I am the way, following Christ. So that light is for us to see past the darkness. That light is to help guide us in the midst of the darkness so that way we can be out of it. So that way we won't have to be chained up. We won't have to rely on feeling our way around in the house. I mean, we will just automatically know, okay, if the light was on in your house, there's no need to watch out for the cabinet because you see it there. There's no need to watch out for danger because you see it there and you know how to avoid that danger. You know exactly how close you have to be, the amount of speed you have to be, so that way you don't hit your leg on a kitchen cabinet on the corner of it and to hurt yourself. When you have light, you don't make these type of mistakes. Just opposed to if you're complete darkness, you don't know where you're going and you don't know where you at. So Khan, you hit it right in the head, Amawar. Getting close to the Most High is that light. Following the Christ is that light. All right, so with that, so us losing our habitation, how are we going to get back to our habitation? Then that's to be the next question. How can we get back to our habitation? All right. So that's why I brought up some of these other scriptures to show about who these angels were. Let me see if it's a little more. Let's see what the next scripture is. Like, yeah. Let's see what the next verse is. Let me see if I want that. But it's just some a little bit more to read on. It says, even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in the like of manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh. What is that strange flesh? Unlawful flesh, unlawful meats. And I set forth an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire. We should want that eternal fire. So that's just talking about like us not being in our land, us being in that land of darkness. Let me go back to let me see where my mouse went to. All right, so let me see. Let me go back to Psalms. So we are those angels and we lost our estate. Let me go to the previous verse. Let's see what's on 5. Okay, well, I don't need that. Let me just hit back. All right, this is what I want. Back to Psalms 103 and 20. It says, bless the Lord, ye his angels that excel in strength, that do his commandments, hearken unto his voice of his words. We are those angels we have to hearken unto. And we are the ones who broke that covenant and we lost our estate. The children of Israel, we're still living in this darkness. America is nothing but a pit of darkness, a pit of hell, a pit of fire with chains on it. America is a prison estate. That's exactly what it is. For those of y'all who don't know, America was only, I'm gonna say founded because they didn't find it. Well, they didn't discover it. America was initially sent to be a prison. It was just for them to send their prisoners to. That's it. Getting back to follow the laws, so Yahushua can come back. Those answers are correct. Christ is that light. Christ is the ones that are going to take us from the darkness. But Christ is going to show us how to live with that light of the keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. So lock it. Get some of this water. All right, so lots about that, y'all. All right, so this is blessed be the Lord, even his angels. So we are the ones who's going to show what that means. Like, how are you supposed to live? So we are the ones that's inside that darkness who lost that estate. Now I'm going to get into 2nd Esdras 7 and 6. So lock it. Let me share this tab. So here's what we're going to get to the breakdown about keeping these laws and these cities of a state. Probably the title of the class is a little bit different, but no sweat. All right, let me get back to reading it with you. All right, so this book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 7, verse 6. There's also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field and is full of all good things. What city is that? Y'all know? Which y'all should know. What city is built upon these good things? Now, I might hold that and go to Revelations real quick. So I'm going to be jumping back and forth. Revelations 14 and 1, get my notes right. I've been going back and forth a lot, between scriptures. I just want to make sure I bring out these precepts. Bear with me. All right, so the book of 2nd Esdras says, 2nd Esdras chapter 7, verse 7 says, the entrance therefore is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water. What does that mean, Israel? What does this think? What do y'all think when you read this? What do you think this means for those who are still watching? If y'all could type it in the comment if you're able to. I don't know if y'all driving or not. It says the entrance, therefore, is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall. When you hear about dangerous place to fall, you think of what? Like there is a fire on the right hand and on the left, a deep water. So I know earlier I said about when y'all typing your thoughts, I like to try to visualize something. Let's see. Let's see how this look, y'all. So if y'all can see this, y'all see well, it's a forest fire and that's a river, of course. So we're just gonna, use your imagination that the river is 2 miles deep or something. Who knows? You can't see the bottom. It's just pitch black. And okay, we got someone. All right, Ward says, I'm just going to take a guess. I'm thinking that is very few that will follow the law and be righteous. Con. Okay, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Okay. Let me help you out. You're not wrong. Let's just say it from that. Hold on. If you can hear me now, type a 1. If you can hear me now. Testing. All right. If you give me 1, if you give me now or hear me better, just put in the 1. If it's not good, just put in the 2. All right. It says that the way is narrow and easy to be caught up in something dangerous. All right, Con. Okay. Amawar, you are correct. Or Wolver, you're still correct. But I want y'all to look at this picture. Both of y'all are correct, so I'm gonna just bring it home. Getting to the truth, enduring to the end is going to be a difficult task. It's going to be difficult. So could you imagine what y'all can see? If I don't know if y'all can see that mouse going up in, let me just go into the picture. Could y'all imagine this is the walkway right here on the edge? At any point you walking on this edge, that fire can burn you up, or it get too hot and you jump in this river, this ditch. Get into this truth or walking this life or being part of this lifestyle it can be very dangerous. It's very hard. It's very difficult. And just look at this path. Just follow the mouse. If hopefully y'all can see this. Just look at this path. You got to walk up around, all the way up around that way. This path of righteousness, this path of getting to this truth, this path for us to get back home is a dangerous, difficult path. Because all around you is wickedness. All around you is darkness with chains. All around you is a ditch, something for you to fall victim to, right? So that's what it says. Like to get to this, that's why a lot of people may not make it. Okay, when our king comes back, it's not going to be okay. If y'all can understand this, if y'all can understand something, understand this. When we get to kingdom of heaven, everyone's not going to be. How can I put this? Everyone's not going to be the. Use a comparison. Everyone's not going to be the business owner. Everyone's not going to be in the government body. Some of us are going to be managers of some company, and we got to manage other people. Some of us are going to be employees, and all of us will be employers. Some of us will be in the royal palace, and then some of us will stay in Brentwood. It's just a nice suburban area. Some of us will have like mansions of our own, like glorious mansions with diamond bricks, and then soon to have ourselves a nice $300,000 home in Brentwood. Like in the kingdom of heaven, some of us will be a part of that government body, and some won't. Some of us will make it there, and some of us will get slaughtered. How hard is it to be on this path of the narrow? Because there's danger all around you. Who's a good example to look at of how hard this path is? Moses is. Look what happened to Moses. Moses was, through the power of the Most High, was able to split the Red Sea with his staff. Was able to turn his staff into a snake and from a snake back to a staff. Was able to heal the children of Israel. Was able to crack a rock and water come out. Look what happened to Moses. Got off that narrow path and fell into that deep ditch. So this lifestyle or getting to this path is a difficult lifestyle. It's not going to be easy. You got danger all around you. But what you must do is push on. What you must do is stick to that narrow path and continue to walk. Because who would want to fall in this? Neither is good. Like, I don't know if y'all know, it's like, have you ever looked at a water and couldn't see what's down there and be like, man, I wonder what's underneath? And, I don't wonder what's underneath. But what if it's some creature that I cannot see? What if it's some, I don't know, I don't see how certain country folks go catfish hunting. They just stick their hand in that milky looking water and the catfish just bites their hand. Like, I don't want no creature that I cannot see to just come out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So that's what this is about. All right. So the entrance, therefore, is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall. Like as there was a fire on one hand and on the left hand, deep water. All right. Second Esdras chapter 7, verse 8. And one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that so small that there could but one man go there at once. So like I'm gonna kind of butcher that. I'm starting over. Second Esdras 7:8, and only one path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. What is that saying? Is what we're talking about. It's going to be hard getting to this truth. It's going to be hard to keep this truth and stay on that righteous path. You don't want to fall. You don't want to. Just imagine you playing a video game or you going through your hardships in life. Just imagine you done got to this path and you done got to the truth and you walking and then you just give up halfway there. You give up close to the end. You give up after you done, like, let's say you at the beginning. Why even walk the narrow if you're going to give up? Like, if I'm looking at this truth is going to take me there. And I see fire on one side and water on the other side. Why would I even want to even start to walk that path to begin with if I'm going to jump on either side? If you're in this truth, the Lord chose you. You got to do your part to keep it. You got to do your part to fight your flesh and to fight your demons and always get correction and always fight, you know what I'm saying, convict your spirit to make sure to enforce it. You make sure that you keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, to make sure that you put the Most High first, to make sure that you do what's necessary to please the Most High. A lot of us don't do what's necessary. A lot of us just go by the wind. A lot of us just, oh, well, it's okay. Like the whole spirit of Christianity of God knows my heart nonsense. So we got to do our part. I'm not saying slacking. I'm not saying it like that. You got to stay on this path. You got to stay on the only one path to get to the Most High. You got to endure to the end. We'll go to the next verse. But here's the question. It says, 2 Esdras 7 and 9. If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive his inheritance? Like if you didn't have to fight for something, what's more important? Something that was given to you or something you had to earn? What's more important to the person who had to earn it? I know a lot of us want to earn something. It wants to what feels better? Now, I know someone might get a little pushback for this. There are some women who's gonna put in the work because some women are going to the gym to exercise, not necessarily to get healthy and to be physically fit, but they're getting exercise to make certain anatomies be a certain shape, be of a certain tone. You got the ones who's going to put in their work at the gym and do their squats and eat their protein, or you got the ones who are going to, you know, get the plastic, get the silicone, get the, you know what I'm saying, the Brazilian butt lift, i.e. the BBL. Who do you think understands the grind more? The one who put in the work to know how to get up to those millions of dollars and put in those hours, or the one who just won the lottery? Who do you think is going to know how to get more? Because the ones who got the $1 million, who earned it or worked their way up to it, they start off as 10,000, 100,000, 500,000, a million. Versus one with that 1 million, he just had just 1 million. He don't know how to grind and add up to it. I'll give you another example. What do you think? Which one feels? Who do you think desires it more, or who you think feel that fulfillment more? The one who put in the work, as in, let's say on this team sport, you got the quarterback who's always practicing throwing a football, lifting weights, constantly getting hit in practice and getting hit in games, and then you got like the ball boy or the referee. When they both get that Super Bowl, who you think earns it more? Like, why was it so important that he go through that danger? Why would he need that type of requirement in order to feel appreciated? Because you completed a difficult task. Anytime something is hard to get and you strive to achieve it, it makes you appreciate it more because you are being that gold tempered by fire. As you go through this difficult, narrow path that's dangerous, because there's danger all around you. As you make it through this path, the Lord is beating you, like as in you're getting the impurities off of this gold. You're getting the impurities off. As you be around a fiery ditch, or you be around a deep, watery ditch, yes, but you don't know, God knows what creatures down there are lurking for you, or how cold that water may be, or how hot it might be underneath. You understand? So we're talking about getting to this inheritance. All right, 2 Esdras chapter 7, verse 10 says, And I said, It is so, Lord. Then said unto me, Even so also is Israel's portions. What is Israel's portion when we get the kingdom of heaven? Israel's portion is the land of Israel. That's our portion. Lord, we are here. We want our portion. But you got to endure that path. So how do we lose? We're about to read right now. Because for their sakes I made the world. What is the Lord talking about? He says, for Israel he made this. Everything y'all reading about today, or everything that's happened on planet Earth, or that we have or don't have, the Lord made it for us. Because for their sakes I made the world. And when Adam transgressed my statutes, then was decreed that now is done. Since Adam messed up, y'all all going to pay. So now, since he messed up, this is what we got now. 2 Ezra 7 and 12. Then were the interests of this world made narrow. So first it wasn't narrow because the Lord made everything for us. But since Adam transgressed, transgressed against the law. So therefore, I can't say we didn't know about sin back when Adam. Moses brought the government body. We always had these laws, statutes, and commandments. Moses brought the government body, and then Christ showed you the spirit. So just a quick reminder, Moses said, hey, if you sleep with that woman who's married to another man, or if you have an adultery, both should be punished by death. If you knew about it, if the man knew about it, which he should, but unless you lied to him. So let's just do it. But let's say it's two of them. Let's say the guy knows she has a man. He goes sleep with that woman, and both have committed adultery. The penalty is punishable by death, right? That's the government body. That's Mosaic law, the letter of the law. Christ with the spirit of law is this, and I'll just quickly or briefly explain the difference. The spirit of the law is before that man goes to sleep with another man's woman, when he thought about doing it, he committed adultery. So before you doing it, Christ talking about, hey, don't even think about doing it. If you don't think about doing it, you won't do it. So that's the spirit of the law. He's trying to teach people, like, you don't even think about doing these type of things, these type of atrocities. All right. So we trying to get to that kingdom of heaven. We trying to get to the land of Israel. We trying to get back in rulership. Right. 2 Ezra 7 and 12. Then there were interests of this world made narrow, full of sorrow and travail. There are but few and evil, full of perils and very painful. Like our life we live in today is very painful. Look outside today. But when Adam was here, it says, for the interests of the elder world were wide and short and brought immortal fruit. So before Adam did what he did, it would have been plentiful. All right, it says, verse 14, if then they have lived laborer not to enter these straits and vain things, they can never receive those that are laid up for them. So just reiterating about what's happening with Adam. Let me zoom in. Make sure y'all can see this real quick. All right, that's like, I'm going to read your question. When you earn something, you know how hard it was to keep, and you earn discipline and learn habits of consistency. Hey, you hit that right on the nail. You hit that one right on the nail. It's always something about you trying to achieve something, and one of the tax is pain. One of the tax is pain. All right, so, and there's always something about pain that makes you learn. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, if you have a little kid and you say, hey, don't touch that the stove is hot, right? If they touch it and there's no pain, will they learn? There's always something about pain that we have to endure that makes us appreciate things more. But when they touch the eye and they get their hand burned, they'll learn a little pain. I'll give you another example. For those people who do stuff with BMX, like the bikes, the skateboards, and going ice skiing and stuff like that. You know, when they're practicing, when they fall, they learn what made them fall, and then they figure out what to do not to fall. You know, for those who skate, we call it a wood tax. You hit that ground, yeah, you got a little wood tax. Next time, keep your center mass centered. Keep your mass centered. Don't bend your knees slightly. Don't wobble your hands. So there's always something about that pain that makes you achieve more. And for those brothers who work out, when you work out, you know, you're tearing down those muscle fibers for it to swell up. That's the pain of it getting built. It's something about that pain that you work hard for to achieve. a certain amount of that certain goal, and you understand about that discipline and that consistency it takes to achieve that goal. All right, so I'm gonna hit the hammer on the head with that one. Is all pain is something that makes you appreciate things more. That discipline of something being out of reach and you make it reachable. You make it obtainable. All right, so you hit that one. It was an excellent statement that you put in that chat. All right, second Ezra 7:15. Now therefore, why disquietest thyself, seeing thou art but a corruptible man? Why art thou moved, whereas thou art mortal? You know, I have to keep going one more time. I got two more scriptures on this. It says, why hast thou not considered in thy mind this thing that is to come, rather than that which is present? Meaning, what are you thinking about what's about to come when you can't even deal with the present? Why you don't consider this in your mind? Why you don't consider the evil that's around you right now? Why you don't consider what's in your mind about what's to come rather than what's present? Like what's to come? More destruction, more darkness. What's also to come? More light. More light is to come. What if you was to stay on that path, that narrow path, that difficult, the difficult terrain and danger all around? Why is it that you can't consider in your mind this thing that's to come rather than what's in the present? Why do you want to think about what's to come, but versus what's in front of you right now? All right, we'll get one more. Second Ezra 7:17 says, Then answered I and said, O Lord, thou bearest rule, thou hast ordained in thy law that the righteous shall inherit these things, but that the ungodly should perish. The righteous who are going to walk that narrow shall inherit these things. That's who's going to inherit. Let's lock it. Let me make this smaller. Yes. So the righteous shall inherit these things. Let me put that visual back up there. I kind of like that. The righteous is going to inherit these things. So like it. So what's to come? What's to come is more perils. What's to come is more danger. What's to come is what you're living in right now. What must you do? You should visualize the little essay. You should right around the darkness of this picture, that narrow path that's in between fire and water. You should stay right in the middle. No matter how many curves it makes, how many uphills or how many downhills, how many rocks, how many steps, how much climbing you have to do, how much crawling on all fours you have to do, no matter how difficult that path is, or no matter how much danger is on either side, you must stick to this narrow path. That is something that you have to do in order for you to make it. And that's why Christ says, endure until the end. Endure to the end. No one says it's going to be easy. Because look at you, and then look at someone who's really in hell. I mean, we all live in hell, but some of us, hell is a little bit more vicious than others. Like today, I don't know if where y'all was at. Let's send everybody in Nashville, just in case somebody else was watching who's not in Nashville. Today was hot. It's been, for some reason in Nashville, for like the past week or so, it's been extremely hot, and it's been raining and thunderstorm every day. So a thunderstorm and rain for about 30 minutes to an hour, give or take. And then that sun come out, and I'm talking about it being 90s, but it feel like 110 degrees. So what am I saying today? Um, Today I saw the guy coming to the store. I'm at the slavery. My brother come in with his kids, got a stroller and stuff. They had about 4 kids, I believe. They come in shopping, supervisor, harass me like, hey, looking on the guy looks like he might be home. Just watch out, make sure he don't steal. Yeah, whatever. Got it. You got it, no problem. So he come in, he buys a few things, and he don't buy his business. I didn't care. I didn't look. I didn't stop. Right? No sweat. But as I'm driving home, and now, granted, I said homeless. I'm only saying it because of what I saw afterwards, after I'm leaving, going home. As I'm driving by, I look across the street. And mind you, it is peak. Maybe a little bit past the peak. I think around noon, that's when the sun is at its peak. But, 1 and 2, it's still hot than a mother scooter. I'm talking about you can cook some eggs outside on the sidewalk. That's how hot it is. This man had some McDonald's. And granted, when I say he had kids, he had like a one under one. Then you had like maybe a 3-year-old, 4-year-old, maybe like a 7-year-old. He had a sign up. They all had McDonald's, and he out there on the sidewalk asking for money. Him and 4 kids. That's hell. Could you imagine him wanting to get on this hard path, being able to walk to the Most High, being able to be aware of these laws, statutes, and commandments, to be able to have brothers and sisters who would help you at any given moment? Could you imagine him be able to call not somebody in the world, but somebody in the truth when you might need to go to work, or you might need food, or you might need shelter, or you might need someone to come because people are fighting, or somebody won't leave, or you need protection? That man hell's, or his version of hell, or the deep ditch that he's in, or in that fire that he's in, is something that you should not want to experience. It's something we should have empathy for, and for those who's been in his position, have sympathy for, right? So if you want to see what that deep ditch is, or that hell is, look around you, and then when you see brothers come up to you and sisters come up to your car asking just for cents, not even a whole dollar. They saying they want just the coins. If you give them a dime, they'll take it. Could you imagine how much hell you have to be in for you to be just grateful for a dime, a nickel? When they say every cent counts, they're in the literal sense of that. Don't fall into that deep ditch. You are already on a hard path. Don't let someone trick you off your square. Don't let that smell of weed trick you off your square. Don't let that flashy money and the attention you get from that money, having that money, to make you start back trapping. Don't let your lust for whores, or what I'm saying, you got with a guy and he was not endowed, so you want to go get another guy who was endowed, or you want to spin the block on your ex from 7 years ago. Don't let the lifestyles of the world trick you to falling back to that ditch, or falling off your hard, only one can travel path. Only you can make it only you can make that journey. Don't fall into the flames. Don't fall into the deep ditch, because either side is bad. It's just, I don't say it's a preference. So I know, hearing me real quick. Some people used to talk about, have conversations on how they would want to go out if they had to choose between getting burnt up alive or being drowned. One people say, which it kind of, I ain't gonna say it makes sense, but I just listen. One would say to get burned. And the reason why they say get burned, because after a short period of time, all your nerves are burned and you won't feel it anymore. Versus like drowning is like a long time to suffocate. Some people can hold their breath for a whole minute, maybe 2. Slacking. So some would not want to burn. I say the hell with both of them. I ain't trying to suffocate. I ain't trying to be burned till my nerves go away. I'm going to stay on this hard path, and I encourage you to do this to do the same. Let me make sure. Let me see what else I got for y'all. I thought I had. Let's see what's on Revelations. Revelations. Let's see if I'm on verse 2. No, I don't need that. I don't need that. All right. So, what we learned today? Oh yeah, count the water, sis. Shucks. Man, allergies starting to kick in. I shouldn't have even fooled them damn incense. I don't know what I was thinking. We up here trying to do a little extra. I don't know what I was thinking with them incense. I'm tripping. It's a lot for y'all. All right, so bear with me. So when we doing this, you got to remember what was I sharing? Uh, this walkway. Of course, it had some other walkways. It didn't look right. It looked kind of Christian-y. I'll show y'all. This looked very Christian-y. You know, it ain't gonna be like that. That's too Christian-y on the right side. You want to see that fire right there, and you want to see this part of it right there. Fire in a deep ditch. No one wants to do that. And then this one didn't have it right. That's what I'm saying. Some of them didn't turn out right. It didn't look dangerous enough. So I wanted something to look dangerous. All right. So yeah. I know what I was gonna say. I'm just going to just read some more of this on Revelations. Get more of shucks. Let me go back to present screen. Uh, bear with me one moment. I'll pull up one more verse. Let me see how it look on mine. All right, Con, it's right there. So let me bring up this last part of the scripture. 2 Ezra 7 and 18. Nevertheless, the righteous shall suffer straight things and hope for wide. For they that have done wickedly have suffered the straight things and yet shall not see the wide. So that's something we have to understand. Like the righteous going to suffer for what the wicked has done. The righteous has suffered. And we're going to hope for all of Israel to be saved. But the ones who are going to be wicked, you won't even see the wide. Some of us won't even attempt this path. Some of us is going to see, oh man, them niggas in the truth, them broads in the truth, because that's what they call us on the outside. They in a cult. I ain't gonna walk across that path to get to the Most High. You tell me I gotta stop eating pork? I gotta stop getting this money, getting this paper? No, I want to stay this slave. I want to stay grinding. No, I love the Lord, but that bacon just too good. Like you don't give up the kingdom of heaven for a ham sandwich. You give up the kingdom of heaven for breakfast strips, bacon strips. So most people won't even attempt this path. If you're here in the Israelite school or UPK, you've answered the call. Stick to it. Endure until the end. All right. So with that, I'm Priest and Officer Duraki of the Israelite School of UPK under Commanding General Yohana. And that's going to be my time. And I'm about to bring up and play one more song for y'all. Hope y'all like that new Natazab, Never Left. And let this be the spirit of the class. Never leave this truth. Never get off that straight and narrow path. Never should you want to jump into a fire or a deep water. You understand? Be in this truth. Stay in this truth. Stay on that narrow. All right? Shalom.
years I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hillstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this UP cat nothing, we on fellowship. Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hillstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this UP cat nothing, we on fellowship. Florida Lee on my top, this a Saints hat. This the third Kempy been in here, J-Cat. Nigga tryna steal the sauce, yeah, I hate that. But I ain't make the rules, I can't change that. New bottle, new wine, yeah, I can't crack. Look, flag on the play, they grabbing face masks. Niggas always saving hoes where your cape at. The only killer that you know without no face tag. Hell yeah, my bitch bad, Proverbs 31, yeah. This is not a drill, I be 30'd up, yeah. He about to crack the sky, you better hurry up. It's all bad when you see us hang that jersey up. It's mad brick, I got the blick with my cover on. He a fed, he a op, got his cover blown. Look, I'm really outside without no skilly on. It's one West, bitch, I'm on with my brothers on. He got ranked, then he left, he broke another oath. I got the plate, we about to take another zone. They was sleeping on the team, now they comatose. Left his brother out to dry, I guess he wanna fold. Put the oil on his head, that's another soul. I try to tell him we a pro, don't do this shit at home. She unhappy, left her man, she a 304. He try to justify that shit, he broke the penal code. Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hillstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this UP cat nothing, we on fellowship. Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hillstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this UP cat nothing, we on fellowship. Gotta watch these niggas, they be cointel. LeBron ain't never killed nobody, but I know he will. It's on me, yeah, where I go, yeah, that's the holy seal. My niggas itching when it's up, you better not touch a chair. Ooh, I'm with the extra, that's off the back. He ain't loyal to his brothers, how you follow that? She either working with her hands or she off her bag. Broke bitches, yeah, they done that, give me a heart attack. You see the banner, but my head, I'm a part of that. These niggas cowards, pussies, we don't want no parts in that. They let our warrior out of prison, he ain't going back. And don't be speaking on the truth, cause we with all of that. Look, before they started dissing, they was fans first. You will never catch me digging in no man purse. Really put my brick in, that's why my hands hurt. And don't be speaking bullshit, that make my head hurt. Look, I done burn my fingers from the Michael Drake. For the brotherhood, I done threw my life away. I never see them, tell them come out from their hiding place. We can't do it, we told them we gon' find a way. They'd rather march 1,000 deep, we rather feed the people. They wouldn't put on.
La Sus is not on YouTube yet. This is on Tribe Vibes. It costs about $8 a month, something like that. As you can see, this is me right here. I logged in. No, it's not on there yet. And I just happened to select. I just happened to get on here and saw it on there. You know, but no, it's not on YouTube yet. It's on Tribe Vibes. You gotta go to Tribe Vibes. It's tribe-vibes with a Z.com. And it's also on you can get on iTunes or Apple and Samsung. And that's what it's at. It's not on there yet though. Yeah, but it's banging, all right. Been in this shit for some years. I ain't never left. I was trying to click on it to make it. I gotta figure out how to make it large. I kind of, God dang it. Yeah, but that's it though.